Welcome to Brawlhalla.
Actually, no, we're going right at it. I don't know what went wrong, but I mean, it's better now as we are going back on small brawl haven.
Maybe it's the mental games. Maybe he just
Ooh.
reset just for the mental games against Sandstorm. Just like, I'm gonna make you wait a little bit more. You're ready to fight. Like,
It very well could be. There's a lot of mental games at play here.
All right, Anonymous Alex finally picking up the hammer as the starting weapon of this game. And of course, Sandstorm on the Greatsword, the one that has been dominating Oh my god! I didn't expect that D-Light to reach so far, and he went for a GC D6. And I thought that was going to land there. If that landed, I think that would have been the kill, considering how far out they were. Anonymous Alex already on pretty dark orange, approaching red. But it's safe to say that Sandstorm isn't too far behind. See what he can do here. Throwing away the guitars. He wants this Greatsword he's trying to get. He's trying to get this decent kill up against Anonymous Alex. But let's see what he can do. This Greatsword. Oh, just barely missing the sidelight. Anonymous Alex trying to go for these N-Sigs. All of a sudden, they're both on red, but the GC sidelight coming out of Sandstorm, being able to take the first stock off of Anonymous Alex. Now Sandstorm already on red here, so let's see what Anonymous Alex can do to try and take the second stock, or how much of a lead Sandstorm can take on the second stock before he loses his. Nice recovery coming out of Anonymous Alex, and the lead doesn't seem to be much at all. He could take this quickly. This could go any way here. The N-Light coming out of Sandstorm. He picks up the Greatsword. The sidelight, D-Light, N-Light attempt coming out of Sandstorm. Try and get any sort of damage onto Anonymous. The GC side sig. Oh, another GC side sig. Such an early kill coming out of Sandstorm. They pick small Brawl Haven. It's a small map. What did you expect? The blast zones are like really small. And this Greatsword coming out of Sandstorm is just dominating over Anonymous Alex right now. The D-Light Sair. Trying to go for another Sair. And yet another whole stock lead and even more. Trying to go for a double side sig. Could this be a 2-stock for Sandstorm here? Trying to go for the ground pound. Anonymous Alex was pretty bold for that. The sidelight to N-Light. Throwing the weapon up to D. Whoa. You know, I don't understand what goes on in these people's heads. Okay, you managed to make it back onto stage. But he has a whole stock lead. Could this be a 2-stock? Just barely missing the side sig. Just barely missing the ground pound. Just barely missing the D sig in Sandstorm. Oh, that is unfortunate for Anonymous Alex. And of course, he switches directly over to the Taros. Oh my god. Just the ending. He missed the side sig. He missed the ground pound. He missed everything. And then, oh my god. And Sandstorm, he's playing 2 defense orange.
What?
Of course he is.
I mean, we've seen him do this before, but what the hell?
Now? Your Mako has been doing incredibly well. That was such an interesting game to watch.
Keep in mind, we got 2 defense going up against 8 attack.
Yeah.
With Anonymous, we're going to be having color changes every single hit. To be fair, Ember also has some pretty good attack on her. So, I don't know. Maybe this might go okay for him. Sandstorm already just really trying to throw out some SIGs and really just trying to get whatever he can in before Alex is able to touch him because, like I said, color changes every second. So Sandstorm's movement is going to have to be impeccable, and so far the combos are also quite impeccable. Look, 3 hits, already almost orange. 4 hits, orange,
practicing the bow for when Mutant becomes legal. He's practicing the bow because once he gets this bow down, Mutant already has Scythe. Imagine what Sandstorm can do with Scythe and a good bow.
Yeah, we've seen Sandstorm on the Koji a bit, so that will definitely come in handy, but now we have Sandstorm on the Katars. So this close, up in your face, up close and personal little Katars versus quite a big swingy hammer.
Anonymous Alex. Okay. I don't know why I'm not paying attention, but what the heck is this lead?
I mean, what
He
did
has a
they
whole
just
stock
say?
lead on Sandstorm.
2 defense Ember versus 8 attack Taros. I mean,
Is he just trolling with the... Oh! The Sair off the wall? Can he make it? He does make it back.
mean, Sandstorm had a really good start and tried to get any hits in before. There we go. Before Alex. Before Alex was able to get any hits on of his own, Sandstorm actually had some pretty good opening, able to get the combos. You can see Sandstorm just trying to get some commits. There we go. Ember, quite the fast and tricky little character, aren't she? So he's definitely going to try to get any attack in he can before Anonymous is able to get a color change every hit. But still...
Yeah, this character switch coming out from Anonymous Alex has been doing him incredibly well. Realized the Nash wasn't the pick from the start, and I guess this round, Sandstorm realized his 2 defense orange Daryl is not exactly the pick for this round. But let's see Anonymous Alex with essentially a whole stock lead on Sandstorm right now. The D-Light Sair already sending Sandstorm on orange. Is this going to be a 2 stock for game 2 of the set? It honestly could be. Alright, let's see what he can do. Sandstorm with the Nair. Trying to find any sort of way to deal as much damage onto Anonymous Alex before he dies here. Throwing the Katars away, both of them just trying to find any sort of opening. Anonymous Alex with the side sig. And the Sair, is that going to be the kill? I think that is. Is he going to make that back? No, he is not. The dare to confirm it off stage. Anonymous Alex with a 2 stock on Sandstorm. Never realized I'd be saying that sentence in my life. But dang.
Oh.
And now Sandstorm is playing the Magyar.
One weird little feature, you can kind of see Alex hesitate to start like the little... When he did the celebratory recovery, you can see him kind of hesitate starting it because he didn't want to do it too early. So he was like, okay, do I start now? Do I start now? As we have Alex just choosing where we want to go. Choosing where we want to go. Sandstorm leaving Alex barely any platforms. If Alex wants platforms, he's really down on his luck. But luckily, Alex, I don't even think he wanted platforms because we're going to Demon Island.
Yeah, let's see what Sandstorm can do. He first went to the Mako, dominated Anonymous Alex's Nash, and then, I guess just for jokes, just went to 2 defense orange Daryl. Doing it for the content. Now he's over here with a Magyar, who honestly, I would have said it was a troll pick if Sandstorm didn't win the entire Mammoth Invitational on Magyar. In which, I just want to note, no shade to Anonymous Alex. Anonymous Alex got 0-2 in that tournament there. So, let's see what he can do.
Maybe that just wasn't Alex's day, but today certainly seems to be Alex's day because right now he's actually quite far in the tournament, 1-1 against Sandstorm. So that's definitely going quite well for him as we have Hammer against Hammer. Everyone was skeptical of the Magyar until the Invitational came along, but the dare putting Anonymous Alex at a bit of a lead right now. Still... I don't even really think that's orange. That's still... Oh, that's orange right now. Sandstorm, there we go. Picking up the Greatsword. Sandstorm was one of the people to be really excited to pick up a Greatsword and say like, ooh, let's try this new thing. Let's try it. Definitely one of the people to be very excited to jump on it, and is also one of the few people who managed to stay on it. He was excited when it first came out and stayed on it. So... I mean,
just these sidelights. He's hit like 3 in a row, but finally the GC sidelight coming out of Sandstorm to take off the stock. Anonymous Alex having a slight lead on the second stock here before he managed to die on his first. And now he has the axe in hand. Let's see what he can do up against Sandstorm. Getting the Sair into a Nair. The sidelight D-light Sandstorm trying to go for a read. Nice Sarah coming out of Alex. The weapon throw. And a ground pound. He's extending this lead as much as he can.
Whoa.
The side sig. The sig that hits so hard. Hits like a truck. Sending Sandstorm down to his last stock. And this could be a lead in the set for Anonymous Alex onto the top seed in the tournament and the top PR player in the region, Sandstorm.
Mind you, one of the reasons that this game looks so different is that we are going from 2 defense Ember to, what, 9 defense Magyar? That is almost quadrupling the defense. So, oh, Sandstorm really trying to go for some SIGs, knowing that Alex is at KO color, and it seems to work out well as Sandstorm's able to balance out stocks, but still the damage has already been done. Quite a few big bites already taken out of Sandstorm's health on this last stock.
Oh,
and there is the SIG. No. SIG coming really close. Sandstorm having a bit of never mind. Sandstorm never having difficulty finding his way back on stage. A little bit of an off-arm, unarmed combo. Definitely trying to balance out damage, but the stop stare classic KO option not gonna quite work. Sandstorm almost not getting back on the stage, but it's
there
he
goes.
The
Anonymous
quick
Alex
thinking.
taking a lead in the tournament against Sandstorm.
Oh.
He could be throwing for the content. Who knows? Or Anonymous Alex is just dominating this hard. Sandstorm with the Negan. He's playing the Negan.
That dare came up so fast. By the time that Taros was starting to swing Magyar already up, I'd only just processed that the dare was in process. That dare happened so fast, but Sandstorm is actually letting Alex take him back to Demon Island, so definitely the character swap is going to help as opposed for small sword and board as opposed to big sword and big hammer.
Yeah, and let's see what Sandstorm can do with this slight lead. It's not much of a difference from the Magyar. I mean, it's different SIGs, of course it's a different character, but let's see what he can do. He now has sword instead of the hammer. Oh! Sandstorm with the side SIG kill so early onto Anonymous Alex. He's essentially reversing the entire game, the past 2 games onto Alex, taking these kills early. The GC, the end SIG already has a whole stock lead, trying to go for a recovery and an exhausted one. The sidelight Sarah coming out of Anonymous Alex. And the GC end SIG to come back onto stage. Let's see what Anonymous Alex can do here, because he's definitely in such a huge deficit for game 4 of the set here. The set where he's up ahead against Sandstorm.
Honestly, we were spending way too much time thinking about the weapon change for the character change. One thing we completely forgot, that it was actually probably a lot about those SIGs. Those SIGs, even though some of them can feel not as fast as some of the fastest, they take a good second to start up, but still, they are quite powerful. They cover some very good range. So these are some good SIGs. Sandstorm making quite a good turn to these SIGs. Alex starting to struggle a bit, as we're just gonna have to see how the set plays. Sandstorm with some very good offstage plays, but still not an early KO.
Coming up from there. If Sandstorm never saved him, that would have been the death right there. I saw the sweat drops even as Sandstorm recovered him back onto stage. The side. Oh, the GCN to take the stock. Now, Anonymous Alex is slightly making this back. Wait, Anonymous Alex, if he wins this game, if he makes this such a miraculous comeback onto Sandstorm, Sandstorm's out the tournament.
That sending Sandstorm home before top 3? How? I mean, how would you react to going up against the guy who sent Sandstorm home before top 3, just in general? And I mean, telling by the damage, Sandstorm, I mean, with all of his mind, is going to try to take this to a game 5, and that's definitely where it seems to be swaying. And as we are going to a game 5. Man, I love game 5s. We were talking way too much about the weapons, but it was actually probably the sit. Oh, never mind. It probably just was the weapons.
He's not joking around
It
anymore.
probably just was the weapons.
Oh, nah. He has the Onyx in hand. He's no longer playing the Greatsword. He has the Gauntlet. He has the Cannon. I am now terrified for Anonymous Alex's life.
3, 2, 1.
Let's see what he can do here.
As we also have a map change on Apocalypse. So there's definitely quite a bit of strategy going on, but Anonymous, tried and true with this Taros. Oh my god! This cannon coming out so fast right out of the gate. Sandstorm also keeping up with the thing with high defense because we're going from 9 defense Vanguard to 8 defense Onyx. So it's definitely, you know, neighboring each other in the high defense area, just one off from each other. But still, Alex starting to pull ahead with a very slight damage lead, but the very slight damage lead could almost be a stock lead. Sandstorm now noticing that since Alex is in KO color, going to be going for some pretty big commits. The SIG falls through.
Oh,
what the hell is what?
My God.
Instead of going
That
for
is
the
a
ground pound,
signature
what?
Sandstorm move. That is a signature Sandstorm move. Throw the weapon down. Force him to use his dodge, GC, D-Light, and whatever you want.
Instead of going for the ground pound with a
He went for
lot
a
of
dare.
sending power, goes for a dare. I mean, at least you can tell how calculated it was because he reversed the dare to, you know, pull Alex further away from the stage. You know, more chance to more distance to travel if he wants to get back to the stage. But instead
Anonymous
of
Alex
launching
trying
him
to make a bit of a lead
down,
here.
yeah, instead of launching him down with the ground pound, instead chooses to just slowly, softly pull him further away from the stage with the reverse dare. Very interesting, as the game is now completely even. I don't think I want to say damage lead
Grab the weapon,
for the
but Anonymous managed to grab it from right under his hands.
I don't think I want to say damage lead for the next 2 or 3 minutes of my life because it's so close. This is coming down.
There.
I'm gripping my desk right now. This is getting really
as hard
close.
as he can, trying to make sure Sandstorm stays off stage, because the moment he gets on stage with his cannon on hand, Anonymous Alex he's down to his last stock. This is Sandstorm's tournament stock. He could be taken out at 5th by the hands of Anonymous Alex right here. Could he do it? Will he do it?
A lot of times, people will talk about staying power when someone launches themselves onto the scene and they're able to take up big names. Are they able to do that consistently, or is that just, you know, a good week for them? And honestly, being able to take Sandstorm out of a tournament before top 3 would be a huge statement to his staying power, is that he's able to consistently place like this, but still, Space, I'm gripping my chair right now. This is getting really close. Although Alex does have a slight stock lead, it's still nothing that a quick KO can have. Oh yeah, you can see Anonymous is just trying to just keep Sandstorm as far away as possible, and that's why Sandstorm get any closer. That's the stock being revoked right from his grasp. Alex was trying to use the weapon though very strategically, and Sandstorm was covering the stage with cannon attacks. There we go, Alex just trying to increase the space between them. Alex, at this point with Taros' high attack, Alex might just be a good SIG away from bringing this home, but Sandstorm is sometimes, you know, every once in a while is able to get some very good early KOs. Game almost perfectly even.
Oh, now the damage. Oh, now they're both on red. This could go any way. We're in game 5, last stock, both on red. Anything could take him out. The D-Light's there. Is Sandstorm out of this tournament right here? No, he made it back.
The Sare.
No!
The weapon throw.
Anonymous Alex.
Dare.
Is he dead? No, he's still back. Anonymous Alex, who's gonna take this win? He doesn't have a weapon right now. They're both trying to find any way to come back.
Dare. Oh.
And the weapons start coming out of Sandstorm. And he has the hammer on hand.
The recovery's gonna send the dream home.
With
Plucking
the
it out of
recovery kill to take out Anonymous Alex at 5th place. Anonymous Alex, you fought so valiantly, but Sandstorm's just too demonic. You did so well, Anonymous Alex. You did so well. You had us all thinking you had us all thinking that you were gonna take out Sandstorm. You had us all thinking that you were gonna take out Sandstorm. And you were so close to doing it. Good job, Anonymous Alex. Respect to you. Huge respect to you.
When I tell you I was clenching my chair so goddamn hard.
Oh my god, that couldn't have been any closer.